Now, you are riding a wonderful wave right now. Could you have ever imagined this in your wildest dreams?
Yeah, I have a very creative imagination, but it came true, so dreaming works.
Now, you've always wanted this life of acting and being in Hollywood and being a movie star?
I guess, yeah. I guess so, yeah. Since I was little, I didn't really pinpoint it until college, when I started seeing the alumni go off and actually make a living, and I would go to the theaters and be like, hey, she went to Howard, and I'm like, I could really make a living out of this. So that's when I really, really got serious about it. But I was always a ham.
Really?
Yeah.
You kind of have to be in your business, right?
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to be, but it helps if you have personality.
Now, one thing that I love about you, I remember seeing you in Baby Boy with Tyrese Gibson, and I'm thinking, this girl has got a lot of talent, but she's still one of us. How have you remained down with us and still be on top in Hollywood? How do you keep it so real?
I owe a lot of that to my son, because when I go home, that's reality. I can't live in Hollywood, and you know, it's time to eat. We got to do homework. What is, you know, school clothes that I wash, you know. So I never had a nanny. I'm very hands-on as far as mom. As far as I'm concerned, that's what I am first, and I take that very seriously. So there's my balance. I kind of feel sorry for people who don't have a life outside of Hollywood, because it can consume you and swallow you up.
Mm-hmm.
But I owe it all to being a mother.
Now, I was talking to one of your fellow Howard alums, Felicia Rashad. She was in the Twin Cities recently, and one of the things that I asked her was, how does she handle and juggle motherhood and Hollywood? And she says that she has always made her children a part of what she does. When she was starring in The Wiz, she had her baby, you know, in the aisle in the stroller, and he would sing along to the performance. Have you brought your son into that lifestyle and just made him a part of everything that you do?
Like I said, I'm a mother first. So, you know, I'm very strict when it comes to school, because I want him to leave the nest. So, you know, as far as taking him on sets with me, I usually try to keep his life as normal as possible so that he can have a regular childhood. So what I do is I'll fly my mom in when I'm gone for long periods of time, like filming, so that his life is pretty normal. He still can get to go to school with all of his friends, and you know, I'm not snatching him in and out of different schools, and he's not homeschooled. You know, he'll have a great social life, I think. And I'm not saying that that's a horrible way to raise your kids. Schooling can be really good,
right.
But this is just a choice that I've made for my son. So I try to keep his life as normal as possible, because I know it can get pretty crazy for me, and I just want him to stay as innocent, as hold on to as much innocence for him as long as I can, because, you know,
it won't be long.
Yeah, these kids nowadays with the internet, whoo.
Okay, you can put as many filters as you want on there. They'll still find a way to get to it.
They sure will. And if not, their friend is telling them on I am or something.
Now, Benjamin Button comes out on DVD this Tuesday. You played Queenie in the movie. How did you land that role?
I got the role because Lorraine Mayfield, the casting director, saw my performance in Hustle and Flow. And what she noticed was every time Suge, my character in Hustle and Flow, left the screen, she missed her. And that's the feeling she wanted for Queenie, the mother in Benjamin Button. So as she's in the theater watching Hustle and Flow, she calls David Fincher, the director, and she's like, I found Queenie. But I didn't know that. I had no idea. I didn't really think I had a shot.
Really? And that, I mean, you've always, whenever you're acting, you put your heart and soul into every single character. How do you morph into these characters the way you do? It's like we forget who you are, and we think that you're the person that you're playing.
Well, I think acting can be very spiritual. It's actually a possession, and not in a bad way. But you actually allow your body to be a vessel for the character. You kind of gag yourself up and throw yourself in the closet, because if Taraji gets in the way, then it's not the character, it's Taraji speaking. So I really have to, it's a process. It's definitely a process. It's a lot of reading the script. You know, depending on if it's a period piece, it'll be research or whatever that character does. Or I read the script over and over and over to get information about what other characters say about my character. And then you read it, you suck it all in, and then you throw it away, and you hit the set, and you have to let it all go and just jump in feet first and don't think about it. But you know, you can only do that with a director that you trust. So I've just been really blessed to work with some incredible directors.
Wow, and you were fantastic, and you got an Oscar nomination. Girlfriend, when you didn't win, I'll tell you the truth, I threw a shoe at the television.
Oh, no.
I really did. It was just like a brand new pair that I had just gotten, and they weren't on sale.
Girl, come on now.
What was it like, that whole Oscar experience?
It was amazing. I mean, it was a whirlwind. I think I'm still trying to soak it all in. It was so much all at once. And but it was beautiful. You know, I took my mom and my grandmother to the Oscars with me, and you know, the person I particularly paid close attention to was my grandmother. She's 85. Imagine, and from the South. So imagine the things she's seen in life. And then here we have a black president, and then one of her own is nominated for an Oscar. It's like, it was a very emotional moment.
Now, what was it like for you and your family? Because you've got the generations, you and your mother and your grandmother, you guys are very close. To see Michelle Obama and have her mother in the White House, when you see those images with their girls, what does that mean for you as a black woman?
I mean, it's like something that I never thought I'd live to see. And I have to remind myself sometimes when I wake up that, wow, we have a black first lady. I mean, you know, because you kind of forget. And then you'll, like, cruise through the TV and CNN, and there she is. And it's like, oh, my gosh, she looks like me.
Right.
It's just, you know, Barack Obama and the new first family, President Barack Obama, I have to say now, he represents just hope and what it means to dream. Dreaming is very powerful. You gotta dream. You have to dream. I don't care if you're living on the street. I don't care how dire your circumstances look. Everything begins with a dream. Life begins with a dream. And
your dream has got you here. It's gotten you your Oscar nomination. Girl, we are so proud of you.
Thank you.
Now, what's next? What new projects do you have coming out?
I just finished another Tyler Perry project called I Can Do Bad All By Myself. Thank you, Tyler Perry, because this is the first film where I am the lead.
Wow, this is your first leading lady role? Okay, girl, tell me, how was it?
It was incredible. A lot of work, and everything happens for a reason, because I was always like, I want to be the star of the film. But you have to be ready for that. I mean, that's every day you're working. You're in every scene pretty much. And it's work. It's a lot of work. And because you carry the film.
Right.
So I think the timing was perfect for that, because I've had enough experience as supporting. But, you know, how refreshing and exciting it was to look at that call sheet.
And see your name, girl.
Number one.
What
not
you
number
say?
10 or 15.
What you say? Girl, we are so proud of you. I mean, like I said, you are one of us. You are representing us. You're somebody that I can show my nieces to and say, she did it and you can do it, and she looks just like you. And so you're a role model for our girls and for us. You know, we're all about the same age, and we look at you and we see what you're doing, and it makes us want to be better women, better black women.
Oh, thank you.
So thank you for being a part of the show. And, girl, I can't wait to see the new movie when it comes out.
Oh, it comes out 9/11, my birthday, actually.
Okay, cool. Well, Taraji Henson, thank you so much for being on the Crossroads program.
Thank you. Take care.
All right, bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.